Most Marvel Rivals players don't actually know that Emma Frost Diamond Form has 4 completely different ways to utilize the ability. And so today I'm going to be breaking down all 4 so you can start to get real value out of this ability. So let's get straight into number 1. Number 1 is the most common and well-known use for Diamond Form, the Choke Slam combo. Now, obviously, you pop Diamond Form, you grab the choke, you punch, and kick. Now, if this... Obviously, I'm using Groot, so he has, like, a larger health pool, so I can just, like, demonstrate these things. But if you do this against some of the supports who have a 250 base health pool, then you'll get a one-shot combo, which I'll give you a quick demonstration of here. Some of the supports have 275 base health, so we'll use Mantis as an example. We grab, slam, punch, kick, dead. Instant combo, one shot, dead. Now, whereas if you was to use this against, let's grab another support here, we'll use Luna. You do the combo, choke, punch, kick. She still lives just about, because she has a 275 base health pool. So one of the factors in which you have to take into account for if you're going for a support is trying to learn and figure out which supports have the 275 base pool. And if you come to the practice range like I am here, you can just straight up check all of them and then try to remember each one. Like Cloak and Dagger, 275 base health at the bottom middle there. She would survive just like Luna. Rocket 250, he would die to the combo. So if you can learn which characters and remember which characters have this health pool of a 250, this will be the difference between, like, when you're playing your games. If you break into the backline after taking the space and manage to grab a support with Diamond Form, which ones you'll be able to one-shot and get the pick on. Now, this is obviously to be used against the squishier targets. When you're playing against the tanks, it's not going to be the same story. However, I misclicked Groot. I was meant to click on Emma. But let's see. We'll respawn a Groot back over here. We'll just grab him, choke slam, punch, kick him into a wall. That's the max damage combo. It's a decent chunk, but the only main reason why you would want to be using this against a tank would be to displace them, to try and, like, put them back into your team. So say my team's in the spawn room here. We grab, we slam, we punch, and we kick. And then if I came out and I put the shield up, I've blocked his heals. Hopefully my team here would blow him up. Or we could at least force him into doing something, or force a support all out from the enemy to try and save him. It's maximizing the usages of your abilities. These are the 2 main most common usages for when you're going to go for the chokeslam combo. Now, obviously, there's going to be very situational. There's positioning of where your enemy's going to be, where you are in relation to your enemy, whether it's a good idea if they have a lot of burst or poke at range. There's so many, like, different factors to take into account here, but these are the basic fundamentals of the most commonly used form with the chokeslam. Now, number 2 is going to be a little bit more different, because we'll put him back. There's one character in this game that he loves nothing more than when your Diamond Form is down, and that's Wolverine. So, what's Wolverine gonna want to do? Absolutely blow you up if you do not have your Diamond Form up. Now, it's gonna make it very situational, because you'd have to come up against the Wolverine. But they're always going to be looking for you. That's going to be their main focus. They're going to try and catch you lacking, catch you using your cooldown for Diamond Form. There is other alternatives in which you could use to go against him as well. Like if you're playing Magneto, you have your Self Bubble. If you're playing Doctor Strange, granted, he could probably get the kidnap on you. If you don't get blown up quick enough, you can fly up and shield and, like, fall back to your team. So get heals or get healed while you're in the air. So there's a couple of different, like, options that you have here, but for the sake of, like, when we're playing against Emma, let me grab Wolverine here real quick. If he's coming at you, you know exactly what he wants. He wants what I demonstrated a minute ago. So if you literally just hit this, you get CC immunity, and then if you hit him with the combo, he's almost nearly dead. And if your team's focusing him, there's his passive, and he's going to want to try and get out as quick as possible so he doesn't die. Granted, this feature, if being so situational, he's going to be trying to wait for when your diamond form's down. It kind of forces you into a situation of maintaining using your diamond form only when he's around. And so therefore it kind of limits you and your abilities of what you can do. But as I said, this one is a very situational like usage. The main reason in which why you would want to use this in this way, if you are faced with this and like you feel like Emma's the good fit for the comp, is that you get CC immunity when you pop diamond form, but you also get a 25% damage reduction from everything. So if you read here, you in diamond form, activating diamond form to transform your attack style while gaining damage reduction and becoming unstoppable. So you get a 25% damage reduction, and you are also CC immune whilst in diamond form. And you can play around this when facing into a Wolverine. It's just adapting your playstyle. So with that being said, let's get this pad reset over here, and we will go again. There's Groot. So this next one is a little bit more utility based for number 3. It's about maintaining your charge. So I'll hit Groot a little bit here. You see the charge meter in the middle of my screen here. We've got 38 at the moment. If you want to get this as high as you can, like during fights, so I'm going to end up killing this Groot here at the moment, like, but once he respawns, I'll charge it up all the way to 100. And I'll show you how you can maintain your charge, because it decays off pretty quickly. So we're at 100 here. Pop diamond form. And as soon as you pop diamond form, my energy meter is not going down. You're maintaining your charge. You get 8 seconds of it, and roughly about 2, maybe 2.5 to 3 seconds at most after popping out a diamond form before you get charge decay. Now, this is, as I said, it's very like utility, and it's micromanaging. It's for more experience, like when you've played the character a lot more, and it's also used in a lot more of the higher play. So think Celestial Eternity and One Above All. But if you can incorporate this into your game, you can provide yourself with more value by just learning and making it become a functional remembrance that you have. As I said, it is mid-maxing, and it's not necessarily too important in, say, bronze to, I'd probably say even maybe diamond GM. It's mostly using the slightly upper higher levels. There might be people who know it in, say, like Grandmaster, Celestial, but there's not a lot of people who actually mid-max. You'll see it a lot more in the top tiers of play or in pro play. So this one, as I said, utility, micromanaging. It's more in-depth, but it is something that you could add into your like ability to play the character if you wanted to, and learn it and get more like depth. But let's get into number 4. Now this one is a lot more niche. I'm going to reset Groot here so he has full HP. This one is a lot more niche. So this is a combo that does involve diamond form, where you will end up using the full combo at the end of it. If you ever find yourself in a position where you're having, say, a 1v1 with a tank in like a little side room, like this is something that you can do. You can yoink the crystal out of him, pop diamond form, punch the crystal with diamond form. Look at his health is about half. Combo, punch, kick. That's about 80 to 90%, like about roughly 80, I'd say, actually, of his health bar. It's very niche, and it's very situational as well. However, it's a nice tool to have in your arsenal. So we'll reset him again, and I'll go for it one more time. If you slightly range from him, but you don't want the crystal to be too close, you pull the crystal, pop diamond form, punch the crystal, grab, punch, kick, full combo. You've done roughly 80% of his health bar, and Groot has hella HP. So that's number 4. Very niche, very situational, However, it has a lot of value and it could turn the tide of a fight when you're stuck in like this situation. So with that being said, obviously the factors you have to consider into this, like we'll put Groot back on here. When you pull this crystal out, if you was to do it like auto attacking, you see Groot's health bar, like it's going down while you're attacking the crystal. But you get more damage by punching the crystal if you look at his health bar. Like the final break does a lot more damage because you've hit him with the punches from diamond form. You do more damage overall by attacking the crystal in diamond form. And obviously he's going to take the extra damage when the crystal breaks. And then you can full combo choke slam, punch, kick. Full combo, and you do roughly about 80% of his health. And this gives you the opportunity to either kill him, or he has to like try and retreat or get a health back, or any of number of scenarios which could happen with this. However, that is going to be the 4 different ways in which you can maximize usage out of diamond form for Emma Frost. If you guys found any of this information helpful, or you want to, if you actually, well, not if you want to, if you actually already knew any of these, aside from number 1, it's the most common and most well known, then let me know in the comments, or tell me which ones you didn't actually know and is a lot more valuable to you. So hopefully all of the things that I've shown you here today help you see diamond form a bit differently. It's not just a one-trick pony chokeslam punch combo. And if you're in anywhere from bronze to plat like me, these small decisions will actually add up in a game. So if this helped you, feel free to like and subscribe. And if you found any other uses yourself, drop them in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.